Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Defect run. I have a very exciting run today, making huge number and so many lightning orbs. Stay tuned. So take the 100 gold start because we have an early shop here, looking like the best path anyway, with the 2 elites there, and a lot of options. Could go to campfires if I want, go to another shop if I want, etc. Jawworm first. Kindly not attacking us here. Good fight, only took the 2 on turn 1, as expected. And Trash versus Hologram, I do take the early Hologram. And Apotheosis is here. That's pretty good. And of course, a nice strong Apotheosis start means we can hopefully build a very cool deck here. Ouch. Hopefully the dual cast hits the gray slime. It does. Full block now. Slimes are angry today. Cultist Pot and a Melter. I had to take some early damage here, unfortunately. Would love to not have this Melter in my deck, but what can you do? It's Ascension 20. And Reinforced Body versus less good cards than Reinforced Body. It's actually great because Reinforced Body is a huge part of the combo we have going here, which I'll explain further once it comes together. And it's offered to give Apotheosis. That's very funny, Ranwood. I actually lose Cultist Pot over the gold. I want the gold, and Cultist Pot is not that important on the Defect. And we're facing Guardian, which shouldn't need, that scaling to kill it. And we get a Gremlin Knob, which is actually kind of terrifying. We did take our huge Melter, though. Now we find an Auric Alchem, giving us 6 block at the end of each turn if we don't have any block. And that's very cool. Helps us not take damage against this Gremlin Knob as much as we otherwise would have. And I was refraining from playing skills there. And Ice Cream is here, and Skim. Very exciting. So now, whenever we don't spend energy on a turn, we will retain the energy. And that is a huge part of the puzzle here. And I actually decide I can go left now, I think. And the point of that is that not only is the campfire possibly bad because we have Apotheosis, but we can also avoid the shop. We only have 78 gold. And also found a Mummified Hand, reducing the cost of a random card in our hand to 0 whenever we play a power. An excellent relic on the Defect, of course. So some very strong early relics here. Auric Alchem you wouldn't normally consider to be that strong, but it is rather good here in the early Act 1, especially as the Defect because it's stacked with the Frost Orbs. So certainly not going to complain about that at all. And we get to have some nice strong turns here against Lagavulin. So of course any X cost card becomes a bit stronger when you have Ice Cream, as you can choose to pool your energy and spend it all on a huge X cost spell. So only taking 4 here against Laga, that's not bad. Bag of Marbles applies 1 weaken to everything. And there is a recycle here. Do I take this recycle this early? I do, I think. It's very I wanted the Tempest for the same reason as the Ice Cream, but the recycle has a very cool interaction. So, not sure I've actually already said this, but the Bag of Marbles applies 1 vulnerable to enemies at the start of each fight. And now we have the combo of X cost spell plus recycle. And so in case you're unfamiliar with this, the X value in an X cost card is whatever your current energy is. And so if you recycle a X cost card, you will gain X, which is your current energy, basically double energy. So that's very, very powerful. I'm gonna take a Ball Lightning, of course, for some more early damage and makes an orb. Very good. And avoiding the shop, don't have quite enough gold. Want more card rewards. For Apotheosis, every card is upgraded, it's very good. Once again, Auric Alchem cooking. And some trash. Probably skipping this. Ball lightning is good, obviously, but we already have one and don't need more damage. I consider it. But I'm trying to get back on my skipping the right amount as the defect here. Shouldn't have played defend. I had orichalcum. That's a waste of energy. I remember this time, it seems. And another Tempest is here, and here we go. So we are going to be doing the thing. Oh wait, do I not even take it? I really think I need the Cold Snap, or I should take the Cold Snap, but I'm like, I really want to make 1 billion lightning orbs, so I take Tempest instead. Thank God. And transform. It's Thunder Strike, which does more damage per lightning channeled. You already see where that's going, I'm sure. And choosing to upgrade a card, I upgrade Skim. If we don't find Apotheosis immediately, we can dig deeper with Skim to find it. And otherwise, doesn't matter what we upgrade, of course. So I'm just chilling here, saving up my energy. I may make some suboptimal plays just to make big number. Keep your eye out for that. I'm very interested in making the biggest possible Tempest. But half the split here, of course. That would be suicidal not to on this turn. And we have no Frost Orb, so we can't just passively block. And it is a little bit awkward. If we want to block with Reinforced Body ever, we have to spend all of our energy to do so. And that's not great. So I actually could have just done it there, but I want more energy. I want more than 5, which is crazy. Absolutely diabolical. So I can get rid of Thunderstrike here for 3 energy. If we play a huge Tempest, it's going to die. We're not at the point where we need both yet. I'm gonna block here and pass probably. I play Ball Lightning, nope. Good. And then Hologram is huge, finding that on floor 1, and it's now upgraded because of Apotheosis, will allow us to keep recycling. Recycle is very, very good. And if we have the Recycle and we don't have the X-Cost card, we can go digging for the X-Cost card instead. It's very good. So 14's probably enough. Didn't get to the meme level of Tempest here, but that's okay. Still very satisfying against the Guardian, of course. And Electrodynamics is here. We have Mummified Hand, we have Thunderstrike, and so much lightning with the Tempest that we would love to have them hit all the enemies. An excellent, excellent card here. And 3 pickable options, I would say. Ectoplasm is reliable for energy, which is good here with Ice Cream. Very good. Slaver's Collar is also good, and we may not need 4th energy against hallway fights. There's also a Pyramid, which would make it easier to find the cards together. However, I thought that was going to be a bit awkward here, and I wanted to gain some energy against the boss fights. So I was definitely leaning towards one of the energy relics here. Picking Ectoplasm over Pyramid is diabolical, but Slaver's Collar I think is fair, personally. And there was just something about it, like if I had this Thunder Strike and all this in my hand, I couldn't get them out of my hand, then I have to like play cards and waste energy to get cards out of my hand, which would be bad with Ice Cream, instead of just being able to pass as much as I want. And hopefully we'll eventually just find enough draw that it doesn't matter that we retain the cards, and just the energy will be better instead. I think it's reasonable, although I do understand the power of Runic Pyramid. It's insane. Looks like I just want to go straight left here. Found the birds, all hitting us on turn 1. That's very sad. Nothing to do about it though. Can block pot actually. Otherwise we would just orichalcum. And hoping to find Electro, of course. Killing the birds by itself, basically. Oof. But I can just pass. And then go Electro Tempest next turn. Orichalcum is cooking, as always. Pretty good turn. And Cool-Headed is upgraded because of Apotheosis. That's Cool-Headed Plus. That's excellent here. Would love to find some focus. Maybe hard to do so. Definitely hate to see Avocado here. Hits very hard, and also poorly interacts with lightning orbs. Normally, when you're damaging the Avocado, you would be removing plated armor, but lightning orbs don't do that. Doing our best here. Now I can hit Reinforced Body for 3, and that's really good. Even just for 3, it's quite good. It's just double energy. And those are trash. Gonna skip. Upgrade a card in your deck is not that good here. We have Apotheosis. Could upgrade. Oh yeah, upgrade Recycle just in case. That's a very good card to be upgraded. And upgrade all doesn't do anything. We have Apotheosis. Gonna remove. And we get Gremlin Leader. A really good turn 1 here, and it's not hitting us. That's kind of nice. That was very good turn 1 there. And I could even Thunderstrike for 49 damage. That's a lot of damage. And can skim into something. Dual cast is already enough, actually. Kill the minions to get again. But it appears to be just almost dead here. Luckily, it wasn't hitting us there. Living at 2 would have been a bummer. But yeah, perfect Gremlin Leader fight. Very happy about that. And we get Omamori, preventing the next 2 curses we receive. Or would receive. And another hologram is here. Very good. And another Tempest is here in the shop. So the more X-cost cards we get, the bigger we can keep stacking the energy because we retain it all. So we just need more and more X-cost cards so we can hologram or cycle the X-cost card, go up to from 5 to 10, and then 10 to 20, and then 20 to 40. And the more of these that we have, we can just keep going. So I'm going to be taking as many as I reasonably can without dying because I'm doing so. This is the hardest I've committed to a bit, I think, where I was just like, every X-cost card given to me. And all I'm doing is trying to make as much energy as possible. Without dying. You have to win the run or there's no video, no matter how cool it is, right? Probably just play the Tempest. Yeah. This fight's not long enough. Goodbye, Snecko. Trash cards, moving on from there. And the scariest fight in the whole game here. Avocado plus Fungi Beast. Ruiner of many a run, I'm sure. Tough here. I want to play this Reinforced Body. Exhaust something, hologram Reinforced Body. Also, I bought a Heatsink, so I didn't mention that, but that's great with Mummified Hand, of course. It'll help us draw some cards later. We are vulnerable for 1 more turn. Ouch. I can exhaust a Tempest and then skim and try to draw good stuff. Probably should have gotten rid of the other Tempest as well. This is fine though. And Thunderstrike should kill now. 63 damage. So not too bad overall. And another reinforced body is here. You already know I'm clicking on that. Unless I take a Pile Driver instead. Nope. Thank God. And Champ is about to get completely obliterated, guys. I mean, this is going to be brutal. This is actually very scary, this fight. I could just pass here, which is kind of diabolical, but I think it's right, actually. It's Orichalcum, of course. Defend was only for 2, essentially. What's in my discard pile? Yeah, nothing good, okay. So I think it's right to just Tempest here, probably, but I'm going big again. Like a madman. Up to 16. Another hologram being at the bottom is a bummer. Would have loved to skim again. It's only 18 damage, it's not enough to spend the energy on, I think. And Heat Sinks is going. So I could, yet again, just play this reinforced body here, but you already know I'm exhausting it to gain 1 billion energy. Take 30 or 25. It's fine. We're going to the Champ. He's not going to kill us. And I just have to find Tempest. Hologram for Skim. It's still in there. There we go. So we're ramping up. That's our biggest one so far, 27. 112 damage, pretty good. And Fission and Capacitor are both really good here, but we have Hate Sinks as well, and Mummified Hand says Capacitor's getting clicked on. Boy, is that good. Upgrade Heat Sinks. Nothing else really matters because some cards can be repeatedly played. And once again, just gonna save the energy, we have Orichalcum. Could even regen pot. Seems I do, just in case. Get rid of Electro first. Get rid of, recycle the Electro hologram, recycle the reinforced body up to 8, I think. And then just keep stacking. If we just had any focus, we could just put Frost Orbs in play and just do this without having to worry, but we haven't found any, which is mildly concerning. This is a pass. Yet again. It's fine. Cope. I can get a Tempest back. Recycle the Tempest up to 34. Hologram for Skim. And when you have basically infinite energy like this, you can just keep getting Skim back as well. So more Skims would be awesome. Would love to see more of those. 64. That's pretty good. There it is. Do I just rip it right now? 8 times 60-ish damage. It's 480 damage-ish. I don't know why I'm thinking. I want to go bigger, but I can't, I think. Behold! The God of Thunder. Multicast is also here, which I really, really wanted to click on. But there's also Meteor Strike with Ice Cream, and that seems really good as well. It might give us more energy overall than one more X cost card, just because it's like a nice way to get started. The Plasma Orbs, and you can even recycle the Meteor Strike for just 5 raw energy right there. So I think Meteor Strike is correct over Multicast, although I wanted to take the Multicast. And there's a Nuclear Battery, that's great. We keep the energy when we evoke the orb, of course. That's very good. So this is a run of a very good example of where Ice Cream is actually a superstar. Ice Cream can be kind of mid sometimes when you're having a hard time making energy, but on occasion you will get a run where you are abusing Ice Cream, and this is certainly one of those. Had to take the spicy elite at the very end, of course. And again, we're not, I mean, we can block if we really need to with this reinforced body, but we're not interested in doing that. We need to exhaust that. So we would love to find some focus. Have yet to see defrag or bias cog or consume at any point in this run. It happens. Another cool headed plus is good. More draw to fuel our deck. And I was gonna click fight a boss from Act 1 as per usual, but I do have one more charge of Omori, and we are going to 2 shops here. That's a lot of gold, and it's only 1 normality here, which I was okay with. So I do take the 999 gold, it's very exciting. So this is a bit of a weird turn. We're taking 31? My god, they're angry. And I played heat sinks before the other cards, which was wrong, perhaps, but I realize I can do it this way as well. There's normality. Hate to see that. I should have been Electro reinforced body here. Actually, I'm taking unnecessary damage. Well, I'm not taking damage, but I also could have killed the Exploder more reliably. Luckily, drawing our Tempest here, so that's fine. It was very unlikely we wouldn't kill this turn, even if I, you know, with that play. And Aggregate is here, another way to gain energy. I am fully committing to the bid here. More energy, please. And it's like, there may have been good cards that blocked for me at some point. Who cares about those? Just getting skim back if it's in there. It is. Oh, I'm going, this was wrong. Skim was obviously right there. Oops. Now I should probably dual cast and then Tempest. I'm going for the block instead, I see. Take 4. That made sense, kind of. This guy actually really hurts. This is 37 damage. So yeah, we're not blocking very well here. I mean, if we had like a Calipers, we could just play a huge reinforced body and be good, but we don't have Calipers. So yes, we can block for a lot with 1 reinforced body play, but then what? The rest of the fight we're cooked. The transform into Thunderstrike was so insane. And I'm not interested in another cool-headed. At this point I want to start gaining some life. Too many cool-headed can be a thing. And Abacus is here. I am planning on drawing my deck so fast that the 6 block whenever you reshuffle thing is actually quite good. And I first realized now I forgot to mention several relics. Quickly I'll go over them. Meal Ticket heals us for 15 whenever we enter a shop. Strawberry gave us 7 max health. Singing Bowl allows us to gain 2 maximum health instead of skipping a card toward screens. And then yes, the Abacus. Every time we reshuffle our deck, we'll gain 6 block. It's pretty cool, usually more of an infinite enabler against the heart, but in this case, it's just enough supplemental block and we are really not blocking. So a rare Abacus buy on a non-infinite deck. And we also had so much gold that, like, why would you not buy it? So Giant Head is here, in peril as per usual. I'm a little bit scared of getting rid of reinforced body here. It has to be said. I might just rip it right now. But there is a hologram in there. 1. Master draws 2 cards. Full-headed hologram. For recycle. Maybe if I'm feeling insane, I go for skim. That makes sense. So I want to find... Oh, I see. So I have Thunderstrike in my hand, so I can Tempest, which will evoke the orbs, and then I can just Thunderstrike for a billion damage as well. But I'm still going, because it's fun, and there's Recycle. So 58, play a 58 times. 58 times 8. It's more health than this thing has, surely. But if we didn't have enough here, then we could also play a Thunderstrike for 58 times 9-ish. Plus the slow debuff. And here's multicast again. I think I actually skipped this. It's getting to the point where we only have the 1 recycle is kind of a bummer. If we had more recycle, then I could take more of those. But it's getting to the point where it would actually possibly kill me. And it's funny because that would have made so much energy with the fusion orbs. Like playing multicast on a fusion orb when you already have a ton of energy, like so much energy as well. Again, I think it's only double again, actually, but it's whatever. And reinforced bodies here again. Do I take it again? I think at this point I'm realizing that I'm, you know, I don't need that many to win. And if it gets too clunky, I might die. So unfortunately, I'm skipping some of these. Very, very sad. I thought I was committed to the bid. So if I play Meteor Strike first, then my Compile Driver only draws 1, so I want to play that first. Hence the hesitation. Did I do this in the wrong order? I'm pretty sure I did. Could have gained the energy from recycling first, I think, before playing Meteor Strike. Pretty sure that happened. So would love to draw into this Electro, that'd be cool. But Tempest with 18 energy is going to kill the minions anyway. And it's making more minions again, which is great for us. Could have just played the defense before playing Tempest, though, if it was hitting us. Electro. Heat sinks Electro. It is so dead. So a good fight there. Happy about that. More trash here, gonna skip that. And I actually key here just in case, give myself more options later. I'm gonna get another shop here, and turbo and a double energy are here. So I'm gonna be taking both of those. Turbo and double energy can be played without recycle, importantly. It's not like I have to have both of them at the same time. And you may be wondering how this kills the heart. We're getting pretty close here. Yes, we can do a very cool, huge Tempest, but the heart can only take 200 damage in one turn. A perceptive viewer may realize this, but stay tuned. Tempest for 15, maybe? I can probably kill this transient very easily. So I have so much energy here, I'm probably going to go for it. Now, I'm not doing everything in the perfect order here. Like, I could be evoking the Plasma Orb before gaining the double energy. But it's getting marginal at that point. Just have the right idea, of course, and you'll get very far in this game. And double energy and recycling are basically the same thing. No more hologram, sadly. It really is amazing how important hologram was for this. So that's 106. And we also have Thunderstrike. We get to watch it go up. So while we have a moment, hope you all are doing well today. Hope you're enjoying the run. I have been struggling as the Defect as per usual, and just kind of running it straight down, playing a lot of the Defect and dying a lot, building some pattern recognition, having fun while dying. But I think I'm getting better at understanding when to skip, when to take things, when not to take things. And at this point, just because I found Apotheosis, I was able to build a very cool deck here and pilot to a victory, which is, very pleasing. So, my work is paying off in some sense. Ah, it's finally over. Now we do 9 times 112. Turn 2 transient kill as the Defect. That is very, very unusual. Double energy, meteor strike, tempest. Reinforced body. No, wait, what? Do this, then tempest, then double energy, then reinforced body, so I actually have energy. That makes sense. Or I can even hold off the double energy. I'm full blocking already, wow. Cool. So this guy is scary, because we can't just do the thing whenever we want, or it won't die, unless we have 200 energy, which is possible. Holograms in there. And it is strength nemesis, so it's hitting for 33 when a multi hits. Is actually very spooky. Would have preferred metallicize or regen. Definitely. Or max health. Any of the others. Abacus is cooking. Can somebody explain why an Abacus gives you 6 block when you reshuffle your deck? Unfortunately, it is intangible here, otherwise I'll just rip Tempest right now. I'm considering playing Reinforced Body, I think. Because, like, if it doesn't matter, then... like, Thunderstrike will just kill, right? So it's, like, fine. And I can play Meteor Strike, then play Tempest, then play Reinforced Body also, and then I can just Thunderstrike next turn. But there's Thunderstrike that I drew by accident. Should play a Meteor... I think I'd actually kill right now if I did that. Meteor Strike right now into Tempest into Thunderstrike would probably kill through the intangible. Maybe. Is that how that works? But I do Reinforced Body this time. Casual 300 block. And I knew that I was going to have Hologram in my drop pile there, so I could get the Thunderstrike back. It all makes sense, kind of. Or Tempest, sure. It's actually alive. Whoops. That's a mistake. I think Thunderstrike was lethal, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that fight was not my best work. But another Skim is here, and that's really good. Very happy about that. Capacitor is also here, that's very good as well, but Skim is huge. And Woke Bird is first. Gonna rest because we have Apotheosis. And also found gambling chip and gold-plated cables and Ollie 7 and Nunchaku. Oh my god. When did I get all these? I will edit them in. Notably, gambling chip is insane. Pitching our hand is very good. And I bought an equilibrium at some point. That was very good. Letting us retain our hand is very, very valuable. If only there was a relic that did that. That we didn't take. Forehead. I've been very pleased with the performance of the collar, though. Should have played Turbo first. that little swipe was... Gotta lock in. So I knew that. So I don't need both Tempests. Can get rid of one. And we have infinite energy. Just go, go, go. And this is what I'm talking about, the X-Cost cards. Like, we cannot play the X-Cost cards because we're going to lose all of our energy, so our hand can get clogged. If you take too many of them, it can be very awkward. But if you add more recycle, it wouldn't matter, of course. So up to 136. And Tempest is good. And then the Tempest will allow us, after evoking the Plasma Orbs, to play this Equilibrium, so then we can play Thunderstrike next turn after the split. It's just a work of art, honestly. I cooked with this one. Overkilling by a little bit here. RIP headphone users. Just a little bit of overkill damage. Just tiny bit. Good morning. 9 times 142. Someone do the math. It's like over 1,000. Goodbye, Wolkbird. And time meter is here as well. A little bit scary. I'm gonna go Equilibrium, Hologram, Equilibrium. Equilibrium is quite good. Meteor Strike getting in plays. Very, very nice. Starting with 7 energy next turn is going to be huge. And just recycle Reinforced Body straight up for so much. 8 energy. All right, we have gold-plated cables. That is how that works. So saving Reinforced Body is probably right, but I really want to gain energy. And I can dual cast for more energy, and then Electro, evoking the other Plasma Orb. Then do this up to 26. And through Aggregate, that's good. So I'd like to find Equilibrium again. That's really good. I can probably just kill it right now. 52 times 8-ish. It's like a 450-ish ballpark. I'm saying ish because it only is 8 once the lightning orbs are evoking. But if there's like a frost orb in there, then it doesn't do the 8, you know? It's like close to 450. So actually only overkilling by a little bit there, but getting there that quickly against Time Eater is very nice. And on to Act 4. So of course, that looks very powerful and all, but we have to do that over 4 turns against the heart, right? How can he possibly pull it off? Absolute trash here, by the way. There is a secret technique, though, which it can be tough to spot non-Apotheosis, non-Hand of Greed, colorless rare cards. But secret technique finds Apotheosis and any of our X-cost skills, and recycle, and skim. So normally the fact that that can't hit powers like Seek can is actually a huge downside for us, but we don't really care about that. We love finding skills here. And double heat sinks is absolutely cooking. So can hologram for 0, hitting turbo. I want skim more. So we're drawing our entire deck on turn 1 here. Very cool. And secret techniques here. And secret technique, if you hit it after Apotheosis, is actually sticking around, so you can keep digging, which is really good. It's in there. Tempest is in there. So I can skim and keep going. Oof, that void is a bummer. But I can't equilibrium, which makes my next turn really good. And I'm going to be drawing 2 burns immediately. But hopefully that's fine. Zap's a nice draw for 0. So I do want to keep digging here. Find recycle, find turbo. So yeah, again, we have like 4 X-cost cards in our hand. It's kind of weird. Kind of awkward. So finally finding the hologram, the recycle, can get rid of all of them. And now we should be cooking. And actually get away with playing Meteor Strike, it seems. Tempest, which will evoke the Plasma Orbs. Let me play more cards. My god. So the Plasma Orbs has been very nice. I'm glad I took it over Meteor, or the multicast. And 86 health going into the heart is a pretty large part of the reason why we didn't die here. 88 health, actually. So, very happy to have this nice big health buffer and take 0 damage against the Act 4 Elite there. Unfortunately, kind of whiffing here. There's a Storm, which is fine. And again, we found 0 focus this whole run. So, an entirely orb-based kind of strategy is winning with no focus. Very cool. And so at this point, I have to accept that we can't go for the meme dream against the heart here. We have to win. We already did the meme dream, making thousands collectively of lightning orbs here. So I Tempest here, and that's plenty. And now all you have to do is keep recurring this Thunder Strike, and that should be enough damage to win. But we have to block. And boy, are we not blocking with this hand. Ouch. Should have played Capacitor Potion earlier, probably. So yeah, we have to just take 39 here. Ouch. And then hopefully get out on this turn. 67 damage is a lot. So I have to, you know, be a little bit diligent. Play cards before drawing to make sure we make hand space. But also not play too many unnecessary cards because the beat of death damage is pretty significant when you're so low. There's Void, ouch. I think there was a way to... There was definitely a way to not play Turbo before reshuffling there, and that was bad because reshuffling means we're going to draw Void now. So I could rip that right now, but I wanted to keep going. That reinforced body. 7 times 9 would be enough. 49 plus -2 from the beat of death, +4 from that. 51 plus 23 is 74. So yeah, I would have lived if I just played it for 7. But now I'm at 5, and I found void, so I have to keep going or I'm gonna die. And I'm doing some math right now. 7 times 5 is not enough to full block here, or block for enough not to die, rather. So in a bit of a pickle here. It has to be said. There's turbo, that's really good. And again, now that I've taken some damage from the beat of death now, so 6 isn't enough either. I think it's 42. But my draw pile looks really good, so I can keep going. I found hologram. It's huge. Now we're fine. And we are retaining our hand here. So, can hopefully play this Meteor Strike soon. There's aggregate. So another hologram is here. I think I need to play Meteor Strike, because otherwise there's not enough energy. And a turbo, and play Meteor Strike. Maybe? Or maybe I just keep going here. I can, if I keep going, I can play aggregate if I draw, or if I reshuffle. I can get rid of the other Tempest now. Play Meteor Strike, possibly. Oh, I see. Thunder Strike's too important not to play here. We have to do actual damage. Well played past me. And yeah, so... it's very important that we are dealing nearly the 200 damage here, because we can't block that much all the time. And I was fully aware of this in the past. I was locked in. And reshuffling lets us play aggregate again. It's great. Finally, rip the Meteor Strike. This was very questionable as well. Could have just played Skim and whatnot, but I knew that I was going to be blocking here with the Reinforced Body again. Ouch. I'm being so careful. I do not want to die. It's 2 more turns here, like. And I'm also thinking right now, how do I do 44 damage to this? Because I can then Thunder Strike next turn, right? But if I can't, then that's probably fine. I just have double Reinforced Body in my hand. But I probably can. There's Thunder Strike, so just play it right now, it's fine. So much damage. And then hologram is still in there, right? Yep. Perfect. So Thunder Strike yet again carrying me to victory here. Wow, what a card. It turns out if you're making 100 lightning in a fight, then Thunder Strike actually is really good. And I used to think it was unpickable trash, but here we are. So a very cool deck. We've become the God of Lightning and invoked 4-digit number of lightning orbs in that run, probably. Huge, huge Tempest there. Very cool, very exciting, and Ice Cream heavily overperforming here. I think retaining something like 300 energy. Yep, on the dot. So that's very cool. And yeah, just one of my favorite runs I've ever played, probably. I love doing that, and it's very rare to be able to get away with that on Ascension 20, so it all came together here and made for a spectacular run. If you're still here, how have you not subbed? How have you not liked the video? Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.